What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Voyage RC. It's time to do the build review on the B5M from Team Associated. Kind of just want to start off by saying that the B4 platform, it's been around for many years, I think well over a decade. They've made lots of, adjustments along the way, coming out with the B4.1, the B4.2, and all that. And that was a great car. It was rear motor. The geometry on it was great. I don't think you'll find anyone that said it was a poor handling car. But with the tracks nowadays, going to clay, high bite surfaces, all that kind of stuff, real mid motor is really coming on strong. And I think when Team Associated announced that they were doing a dedicated rear motor and a dedicated mid motor platform, I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed that they would have to buy two if they wanted, a platform of each. But I think they made the right call. I think Cody Newmandahl and the whole team over there made the right call and doing what they did. That way they could dedicate one platform just to mid motor and one to rear motor. That allowed them to put in it what they wanted to put in it without worrying about whether it was going to be compatible with the other one, and allow them to do what they wanted to do with the other platform. So yeah, the team did a good job, and let's get into it. So first off, the build went very smoothly. I didn't really run into any major problems, just kind of your typical issues you run into in a build, whether some stuff fits a little tight or whatnot. But yeah, the build went really easily. Team Associated has always had a good set of instructions to come with it. It walks you through step by step, bag by bag, and everything's sorted in the bags to go with that set of instructions, so it makes it really easy to follow, really easy to go through. Yeah, the build, it just went really smoothly. I don't really have any complaints on that end of it. As far as building it went, the only thing that was kind of a little bit more of a struggle than a normal build would be the heavy duty ball cups. Just popping them onto the ball studs. They're really tight to pop on, which is a good thing. You don't want them popping off easily during a race, so I don't have any complaints about that. They were just kind of took a bigger set of pliers and with a wider mouth on it and a little more pressure to pop them on, but that's a good thing because you don't want them popping off during a race. So yeah, build went really easily, easy to follow the instructions, and the instruction manual did have some good pro tip pointers in there that what the pros do and what you might want to think about doing. So it was good to have those little added tips in there, kind of help you along, especially for newbies out there, who aren't well accomplished in building a lot of platforms. I've got several builds under my belt, so I like to think I kind of know what I'm doing, but it's always good to have those little tips in there for people that are new and don't know all the tips and tricks. Moving on, we'll get into some of the positives of the build, and then after that we'll get into some of the negatives. Kind of starting us off with the positives of the new platform and the build in general. I'm a real fan of the kind of the top mounted servo mounts. You don't have to go through the bottom of the chassis. You can see there's no holes there. They're mounted right up top here, which makes it nice if you're running a chassis protector, chassis tape or anything. You don't have to peel it back or take it off to get the servo out if you're having issues. You can just take the screw out on each side and the whole thing will lift out. So I really like that design they built into it. Just makes it easier overall. You're not worrying about screwing up your chassis tape or anything. So that was a plus. Next thing is the new rod end design they went with, the open top, kind of a 8th scale style rod end. It's nice having the open top here that allows you to adjust your adjustments with the ball studs without popping the link off. The more you pop a link on and off, the more prone it is to popping off during a race. So you want to just pop it on once and leave it on there. You can just get to the hex to make the adjustments and move the ball studs if you need to, or add a washer or whatever without popping them off. So that's always a plus. Always nice to be able to make adjustments without deteriorating the parts. Next, for the positives, kind of the last thing I want to go over. This might sound silly to some people, but I really like the new style gear covers. Basically just how well they fit and the design of them. I grew up racing. I started in the era of the T3 stadium truck. So yeah, it's been a while. I kind of got out of it for a little bit. And then when I came back, you know, all this stuff had changed and whole new learning curve. But one of the things I remember about the third generation associated vehicles and, you know, stuff prior to that and that kind of era was the flimsy, kind of cheap style gear covers that, you know, you'd always get dirt inside of them because they didn't seal good, and they were just kind of there to keep the big stuff out. I really like the new ones. You can see they fit really well around the motor plate, and just this feature here, kind of tight, but you got the silicone cap that you can just pop off and adjust your slipper clutch and everything, and that fits tight on there and seals up really well. So just little things like that I kind of enjoy. Yeah, that's it for the positives. There's probably more that I'm just not mentioning it. The whole vehicle in general is really thought out and put together well. So let's move on to the negatives, and I'll kind of show you some of the gripes I had with the vehicle. First thing, and I think most people who have built this are going to tell you, is the rod ends. Not only are they nice because they're open top and you can make adjustments easily, but they are really tight when you first mount them up, and you kind of have to play with them and get them to loosen up so the suspension is really free and, you know, getting all its dampening from the shocks like you want it to. Yeah, I mean, basically all of them all over the steering, you know, your camber adjustments and everything, they were all really tight, and I had to kind of crimp them with pliers with a lot of pressure to free them up. So that's kind of one of my gripes about it. I don't know if there's anything that could have been done to it, or if the tolerances in manufacturing just weren't at the right spec in the molds to get it just right. Maybe 1/1000th of an inch off or something, I don't know. I don't deal with, you know, designing these and manufacturing the parts, so I don't know how that works. But yeah, they were just really tight, and I didn't have one that went on that was, you know, loose. So they all took some adjustments to work in, and just a little extra effort you had to put in to get the suspension just right for you, because you do want all the dampening coming from the shocks, not the A-arms on the hinge pins or the rod ends or anything. You want it to be as free as it can be. So that's really the main gripe. The other little thing I have issues with is these front axle inserts. They do add a lot of great tunability and adjustability by being able to just pop the insert out and put new inserts in, and, you know, adjusting your axle position and everything. But they're pretty tight right now, but they do get some slop in there over time, and it would have been nice just to have a one-piece axle, maybe develop a couple different one-piece arms or knuckles. That way you're not having to worry about the slop. It does come in over time with wear and driving. I know a lot of people are applying some CA glue to seal it in there and everything. As you can hear my daughter screaming in the background. Apparently she's up from her nap. So that's really the only two kind of main gripes I had about the vehicle. Like I said, it built really well. It was easy to follow the instructions. Everything went together and fit good, other than the the rod ends. I think I had one A-arm I kind of had to play with to get the hinge pin to fit loosely in it. So yeah, build went well. I give it obviously a thumbs up. It's a great vehicle. I can't wait to get it on the track. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave some comments down below, and I'm gonna go get my daughter up from her nap. Stay tuned for more.